prohibitive to have him go through it with a fine tooth.
That's how we've done it. Is I'll do the research and then send him along, so
Okay.
he's not spending the time on it.
Okay.
But no, I was very, very lucky to find someone to, because a lot of people wouldn't want to be in that arrangement, right?
It's basically pro bono. He's doing it because he believes
That's what he said.
in it.
No, well, yeah, that's right. He said it's under legal assistance. He sometimes will mock me. You realize we're under legal assistant right here.
Well,
yeah.
But you're right. Yeah, so it's more pro bono. That's
well,
for sure.
Let me ask, because we have a guest coming who I hope has shown up already, or we're going to look at having to just keep going on with the show. Candy, do you see Grant?
I'm just trying to call him again. So
Okay.
I will let you know.
Well, both of you, I'll put one of you on hold if Grant shows up, and I'll pick the other one up because I know both of you are on hold for Grant. So I hope, Nancy, we've helped you because it gives you a lot
thanks, Bonnie.
it gives you a lot to think about.
Yep, and I took notes too. So
another thing, another thing is you can always go to the archives because this is being recorded. So
that's true.
So definitely take notes because then you got to listen to the whole thing, and you have to listen to me again. So if you did,
oh no, I love listening to you. No, this has been wonderful.
Well,
if there's anything else that comes up, let me know because sometimes it may not come now. It may, something may strike later on.
Well, how about when you get the papers, call back in, go over them, and if you can't find anything, maybe we can see it for you.
Oh, that's a great idea. Great idea. The papers, it's 2,700 pages. That's what I have to look through.
Well, if there is any
your microglass.
Yeah. Don't and even if it takes you. You have the problem is if they give it to you a week before the trial, and I don't think they're allowed to do that, then you'd have to file for an extension. But I'm hoping that the paperwork comes in soon, and this is where might be the snafu, Lisa. Is there a time limit that they can take to get you the material?
Well, with the Canadian law, they did have 90 days that they sent me, and I could have appealed that, but I didn't appeal the time limit. So I could have done that. I did appeal the cost because it's like freedom of information, yet I'm paying $2,000 for it.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
But that's such an oxymoron.
Right.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
It's completely reversed to what it says.
But at least you're fighting it. Yeah. I love this. I love that you have the tenacity. I love that you are helping Mother Gaia, which is Earth. I love that somebody is doing something because without the ones out there, meaning you, Nancy, nobody would have a chance. And that's why I know. Go ahead.
There's a lot of people, though, like I may be the one name, but there's like so many people how am I going to get this done? And then people show up, like you were talking about things being synchronized.
Yes.
And whenever I have, knock on wood, needed help, there has been a group that has been there to help me and carry it further. Yeah, it's been quite a story of community.
Well,
like if anything comes from it, it's a lot of people have joined together to and nameless people, like they're not not even recognized for the good work that they've done.
Well, you know what?
I guess that's with any project.
Well, and you were not brought together for not a reason, because I know there'll be a book coming out eventually of your memoirs of this. So hopefully.
I wish I would have kept track, but it's been so busy that I have emails and things that have happened, but I didn't actually write down, notes of how I was feeling at the time, or, that would have allowed for that if anybody would have wanted to read it anyway. So,
you never know.
Like you want to write a book, Bonnie. You need to write a book.
She does.
Oh, yes. Well,
right?
then it'll be Mother Gaia downloading the information. Wasn't it you that I was talking to, and you told me I was going to write a book? And that night at 11:30, I got up and I wrote the name of the 10 chapters for my book. But yeah, but I haven't done anything else. So I'm not a writer. But for some reason, I was talking to Lisa. She had, we were conversing back and forth. And I think it was you, Lisa, that told me I was going to write a book about being happy, wasn't it?
It's entirely possible.
Yeah.
I can totally see it in you, though. I mean, you just,
well, listen.
Go
ahead.
Oh, there's just so much beautiful wisdom that's going to come out of you. It's just you have to change your verbiage.
Yes.
I've heard you say like 3 times now, I'm not a writer. So, of course, the universe is going to give you what? Not writing.
Right, but you know what I want from the universe? If I say I'm not a writer, I want a ghost writer to show up, and then they can write the book, and and it's about me. So, yes, I mean, I know that, but I'd rather have the writer come. So that's why I keep saying, if you want this book, Spirit, bring me the person. I already know the person that can write it. I just need the finances now to get them to write it. But yeah, I'm going to try. This summer, I feel like I'm going to be writing this book. That's how I feel.
Awesome.
Yeah,
That's
so
awesome.
I'm really excited. I shouldn't say that anymore. I'm going to write a book. And this summer, it's going to come out. And I even have the title. I just don't want to... It's the coolest title. I have to tell you, but if anybody takes it, you'll all know because I have it recorded anyway. It's called Get Your Happy On.
Oh, that's awesome.
Nice.
So I think that's it. Wait a minute. I got to look because, see, I wrote it down so long ago. Wait a minute. I wrote it down when I actually had that idea and Spirit would not let me go to sleep. Here it is. The book title is, no, I was wrong. The book title is Get Your Happy Out. That's what the book title's name is.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, and I have the first 10 chapters written, and it's really cool because now I'm looking at it thinking, my God, I didn't write that. So I guess I have to write it now. So I'm going to look at it every day and break it down into chapter, and that way maybe it won't seem so tough for me. But everyone, you're going to find a book from me this summer, and maybe then I'll be on shows like Mark Anthony, and people will say, we need to interview her. So, which wouldn't be fabulous because, see, I love what I do. I mean, I love being the host and everything, but that's okay. I am going to write a book, and Lisa, you're the one that told me.
Awesome.
Yeah. Well, Nancy, I'm going to tell you that. Go ahead.
I would like Lisa to make a book of the pictures she has taken with her cell phone. They are so awesome.
And I've been told that I'm supposed to write a book of a collective of Gaia's channels and infuse some of the photographs that I take. They are incredible. I mean, they really are. And I take them with my Galaxy cell phone. And when we were in Florida this past week, we went to a place called Silver Springs.
Of course, I know where Silver Springs. I know you were going there because Silver Springs. Yeah. Did you see this? The springs are super clear, and did you rent a boat?
We kayaked on the springs, and it was, of all the things we did, it was our most favorite experience. We kayaked right past an alligator. Which was just amazing. I mean, I tried to get as close as I could, but I scared it. It didn't want any part of me, so I wasn't afraid of it at all. And I would dock my boat up in all these lily pads, and then I would become one with all of these dragonflies and these little spiders, and I was taking pictures of all of them on these beautiful lily pads. We saw the turtles. The monkeys that are not native to that area, but were
they're in the little island right there. You can go jet stream around them. Yes, then you saw the restaurant.
With all of them.
Yeah,
and just took some amazing flower pictures. I mean, it was just an incredible experience. Was by far my favorite experience in Florida.
Wait a minute. Did you go to Epcot? So you didn't like Epcot?
We did go to Epcot, but I would have preferred to have gone kayaking on the springs again. I mean, it was that that magical.
Do you want to hear something? And this is probably nobody's really that interested in. And Nancy, I know we've got you held hostage here, but I said when everybody said, "Are you gonna? What do you think Lisa's vacation's going to look like?" I said, "Well, she's going to only go to one place, at the most two, and she's going to really, really like one of the places that she stayed." So, how many places did you actually go to?
Oh my God, we landed in Orlando and had no idea where we were going to stay. We just took off driving. Mm-hmm. So we went to St. Augustine, and we climbed a lighthouse and went to St. Augustine Beach. From there, we drove over to the Ocala area and stayed in Ocala and did the Silver Springs. Had lunch at Wolfie's, which is a great little place if you're ever in Ocala. Mm-hmm. And then from there, we drove over to the Gulf Coast and tried to go kayaking in Three Sisters Crystal River. Mm-hmm. And on Monday, we got there on a Wednesday evening, and we were going to do the kayaking trip Thursday. But on that Monday, they had deemed no more kayakers in with the manatees until after March is over, because it was just it was disturbing.
Full of manatees. Do you know, we had, just real quick, because I know I want you to finish, but where I am in Fort Pierce, remember I told you to go there? Well, of course you didn't have time. There were 20 manatees right by where we have our boat, and there's a big manatee center and a museum, and the manatees were there. I couldn't figure out why people were looking in the water, and you could count the manatees. There are 20, 30, 40 manatees, and there's not that many. So they were all down there, but what was really cool is there were baby manatees and big manatees. Oh my gosh, I love manatees. So, okay, have you seen a manatee?
We were really upset because that was like what we based our whole trip on was going down to kayak. So that was really kind of a bummer. Mm-hmm. So then from there we stayed in a hotel in the Tarpon Springs area off of 19, and then the next day we got up and we drove down to down just below St. Pete and went to Egmont Bay, Egmont Island. That wasn't my favorite thing. There's nothing over there.
No.
And but the beach was beautiful. So we spent some time there, and then we came back and went to a place called Pass-a Bay Beach.
Pass a Grill, isn't it? Pass a Grill?
Pass a Grill or Pass a Bay or something like
that.
Pass a Grill Beach.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful beach. Yeah. Right below St. Pete.
My husband was born there. That's with the beach. My husband. That's why I know it's Pass a Grill. Because he was brought up in St. Petersburg. So yeah.
So we had dinner at a place called Hurricane Grill, which was a lot of fun.
Yes.
And spent the evening watching the sunset at that particular beach. We also hit a beach called Howard Park up by Tarpon Springs, which was absolutely beautiful. Mm-hmm. And so then from there we decided, well, now what are we going to do? So we decided to go back into Orlando, found a place to stay for the night, and went to Epcot on Friday. And that was a lot of fun. And then stayed in Orlando again Friday night, and then Saturday we just kind of drove around, and we Googled some different parks. We went to, I think, 2 or 3 different parks on Saturday in the Orlando area, until it was time for us to come home. But so we hit up a lot.
See, I was in Mount Dora on Saturday, everyone, just to let you know. I was with Emily and I was with Arthur at Mount Dora, just if you want to know, Nancy, where your daughter was. So, yes, and we left early because I had said that's why I had said, Lisa, you'd have to come really early, because to get there, Mount Dora's, you would have loved Mount Dora, but I don't think you had enough time to go there.
Time.
So, but I hope, now I just want to tell you, I'm so sad that my guest didn't come. So I need to make sure that he's okay. I hope he's okay, because I know I talked to Grant this morning. So I am going to reschedule him, everyone. We have 13 minutes, so it's not, I can't bring, even if he comes on. Candy, are you still with me?
Yes, I am.
So I can't bring him on with 13 minutes.
I still can't. Yeah.
Yeah, I still can't bring him on. So either maybe he thought it was at 6 o'clock versus an hour before, but I did tell him what time, but we'll reschedule Grant and hopefully he'll be okay. Isn't that crazy? Nancy, I have to tell you, and I'm so happy, Lisa and Candy, you were available, because I talked to Nancy. I just met Nancy. She is the mother of Arthur's girlfriend, and